All right, I am here to answer this question that came in from K Hoop One. And thank you so much for your question. I hope I didn't botch your name. And this was in response to a video about self-abandonment and people pleasing. And basically she's saying, how do you do this? Because she's saying she's a big time people pleaser and she's trying to stop and she's scared of saying no. Yeah, I completely understand why you're afraid of saying no. I mean, this has been a coping mechanism for you for probably a really long time. And so you might be in your mind, you're pretty sure that if you say no, you are going to lose the love of other people, lose their approval. So there is a part of you, and I would say it's your young part of you, an inner child part of you who's afraid. So the first thing, my first advice is to honor that you feel afraid. Acknowledge it, honor it. If you journal, I highly recommend that you start journaling about it. Get curious about it. Why? Why do you feel that way? Maybe even go back into when you were little and trying to understand how you learned how to be a people pleaser and how it plays out in your life right now. The second thing that I want you to do is begin to come into a relationship with yourself. Right now, you are relying on external approval and validation to know that you're okay. And I want you to cultivate that from the inside out. Now, you may say, well, that's really hard. Well, it is really hard. I have a whole program that I work with people, for years on learning how to cultivate a relationship with themselves. But ultimately, we want to source our love and safety from inside so that we can be with anybody, be our true selves, and feel comfortable. Right? That's what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to say no, and that person can be disappointed, and that's okay. But you still go on your merry life and you do your thing. Yes, you're kind. Yes, you're loving, but you don't abandon yourself anymore, right? So we have to build that relationship inside. So my first advice on that is start to put your hand on your heart whenever you think of it and say words of affirmation to yourself. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself that you're with you, that you are listening to yourself, that you won't abandon you. And the last thing I'm going to say to you, it's to be brave. Sometimes we have to be brave and take action before we're ready. When we feel a little scared, do it, because what you might find out is a lot of people are fine with you saying no. So give it a try. Practice with low-hanging fruit, people that you know are pretty safe with you. All right, well, if you have other questions, please ask away. Hopefully this is helpful, and I can't wait to hear how this works for you. Thanks for asking.